This is the intimate feelings of Lord Chaitanya's separation from Krishna. I always find this really powerful to read this. It's so much mercy in this description. Okay. Anjalila, chapter 14. I shall now describe a very small portion of the activities performed by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu with his mind, intelligence, and body when he was bewildered by strong feelings of separation from Krishna. All glories to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all glories to Lord Gaurachandra, the life and soul of his devotees. All glories to Lord Nityananda, who is Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's very life, and all glories to Advaita Acharya, who is extremely dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Swarup Damodar and all the other devotees, headed by Srivas Thakur. Please give me strength to describe the character of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's emotion of transcendental madness and separation from Krishna is very deep and mysterious. Even though one is very advanced and learned, he cannot understand it. How can one describe unfathomable subject matters? It is only possible if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives him the capability. Swarup Damodar Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami recorded all these transcendental activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in their notebooks. In those days, Swarup Damodar and Raghunath Das Goswami lived with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whereas all other commentators lived far away from him. These two great personalities, Swarup Damodar and Raghunath Das Goswami, recorded the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu moment by moment. They described these activities briefly as well as elaborately in their notebooks. Swarup Damodar wrote short notes, whereas Raghunath Das Goswami wrote elaborate descriptions. I shall now describe Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities more elaborately, as if fluffing out compressed cotton. Please hear faithfully this description of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic emotions. Thus you will come to know of his ecstatic love, and ultimately you will achieve love of Godhead. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt separation from Krishna, his condition exactly corresponded to that of the gopis in Vrindavan after Krishna's departure for Mathura. The lamentation of Srimati Radharani when Uddhava visited Vrindavan gradually became a feature of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's transcendental madness. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's emotions exactly corresponded to those of Srimati Radharani when she met Uddhava. The Lord always conceived of himself in her position, and sometimes thought that he was Srimati Radharani herself. Such is the state of transcendental madness. Why is it difficult to understand? When one is highly elevated in love of Krishna, he becomes transcendentally mad and talks like a madman. The ecstatic emotion of enchantment gradually progresses. It becomes similar to bewilderment. Then one reaches the stage of astonishment, which awakens transcendental madness. Urguna and Chitrak Jalpa are two among the many divisions of transcendental madness. One day while he was resting, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dreamed he saw Krishna performing his rasa dance. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Lord Krishna standing with his beautiful body curved in three places, holding his flute to his lips, wearing yellow garments and garlands of forest flowers. He was enchanting even to Cupid. The gopis were dancing in a circle. In the middle of the circle, Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, danced with Radharani. Seeing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was overwhelmed with transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, and he thought, now I am with Krishna in Vrindavan. When Govinda saw that the Lord had not yet risen, he awakened him. Understanding that he had only been dreaming, the Lord was somewhat unhappy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his customary daily duties, and at the usual time he went to see Lord Jagannath in the temple. As he viewed Lord Jagannath from behind the Garuda's column, hundreds and thousands of people in front of him were seeing the deity. Suddenly a woman from Orissa, unable to see Lord Jagannath because of the crowd, climbed the column of Garuda, placing her foot on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shoulder. When he saw this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal assistant, servant, Govinda, hastily got her down from her position. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, however, chastised him for this. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Govinda, O uncivilized man, do not forbid this woman to climb the Garuda Stamba. Let her see Lord Jagannath to her satisfaction. When the woman came to her senses, however, she quickly climbed down to the ground, and seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, immediately begged at his lotus feet for forgiveness. Seeing the woman's eagerness, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Lord Jagannath has not bestowed so much eagerness upon me. She has fully absorbed her body, mind, and life in Lord Jagannath. Suddenly a woman from Orissa, unable to see Lord Jagannath because of the crowd, climbed the column of the Garuda Stamba, placing her foot on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shoulder. When he saw this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal servant, Govinda, hastily got down from her position. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Govinda, O uncivilized man, do not forbid this woman to climb the Garuda Stamba. Let her see Lord Jagannath to her full satisfaction. When the woman came to her senses, however, she quickly climbed back down to the ground, and seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, immediately begged at his lotus feet for forgiveness. Seeing the woman's eagerness, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Lord Jagannath has not bestowed so much eagerness upon me. She has fully absorbed her body, mind, and life in Lord Jagannath. Therefore she was not unaware that she was putting her foot on my shoulder. Alas, how fortunate this woman is! I pray at her feet that she can favor me with her great eagerness to see Lord Jagannath. You know, remember we talked about this yesterday. Eagerness it's all about eagerness to see the Lord. You know, whether it's in the form of Jesus or Lord Chaitanya or Krishna, whatever your Lord is, you know, that eagerness, the Lord reciprocates. You know, the Lord will come back, you know. And like he told Uddhava in this message, tell those gopis, their hearts are pining for me, they want me so badly. He said, that's the only reason I come back to them. See, internally, in separation. See, so we're all in worshiping the Lord in separation, aren't we? We're, you know, so to feel the Lord, we have to, you know, when we feel this eagerness, and this is a favor. The Lord is also teaching by example. He's teaching, how do you get this eagerness? Well, you hang around eager devotees. He's saying, may the Lord favor me with that eagerness that she has. See, so by association we can get it. See, by association, chanting the scriptures, you know, of eager devotees. These devotees had great eagerness to see the Lord. And this is how we learn how to get it, you know. Eagerness, such an important quality. You know, it's one of the qualities of a devotee. I don't even know if it's listed. You know, there are many qualities. I was reading qualities of Radharani, qualities of Krishna. They're not listed. And this great eagerness is one of them. You know? Maybe it's listed. I just didn't notice it yet. But eagerness to see the Lord. intensity. This is another quality of Radharani, and she has the most intensity to see Krishna and to meet with Krishna than any other of the devotees of the Lord. That's why she's considered the greatest worshiper, is because of her intensity of worship. And Lord Chaitanya demonstrated this wonderful quality of intensity. You know, he was always intensely wanting to meet with Krishna. One time he met Gaurahari, and he was in this mood of separation from Krishna, and this was just when his ecstasy of worship started to manifest. Yeah. So he said, "Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna?" And Gaurahari said, "Be patient. He's in your own heart." And he started with his nails to rip open his chest, started to bleed to try to get, talk about intensity, or intense desire and eagerness to meet God. Not that we should, first of all, we probably would never have that kind of eagerness. If we ever did, it'd be worth kind of a few nail marks on the chest. Don't worry about it. I don't think any of us are going to have that problem for a while. So just previously, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had been seeing Lord Jagannath as Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, in person. Becoming fully absorbed in that vision, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had assumed the mood of the gopis, so much so that everywhere he looked he saw Krishna standing with his flute to his lips. After seeing the woman, the Lord's external consciousness returned, and he saw the original deity forms of Lord Jagannath, Subhadra, and Lord Balaram. When he saw the deities, Lord Chaitanya thought he was seeing Krishna in Kurukshetra, and he wondered, "Have I come to Kurukshetra? Where is Vrindavan?" Lord Chaitanya grew very much agitated, like a person who had just lost a recently acquired jewel. Then he became morose and returned home. Isn't that amazing? Lord Chaitanya, he he was a little morose just seeing Krishna in Kurukshetra. That shows you the ecstasy was stunted that he's used to. He wanted to see Krishna Vrindavan. Otherwise, it was not feeling very happy. Gopa Kumara was like that in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Narada Muni was joking with Uddhava, and he said that this Gopa Kumara, he's attained the highest dhams, and he's still not happy here. There's all bliss everywhere. Could you imagine? We were just praying for just a particle of bliss, but a Vrindavan devotee is not satisfied with that. He wants Vrindavan bliss, the bliss in the ecstatic worship there. So this is what Lord Chaitanya came to give us, this kind of mood, experience. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down on the ground and began to mark it with his fingernails. He was blinded by tears which flowed from his eyes like the Ganges. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "I found Krishna, the Lord of Vrindavan, but I have lost him again. Who has taken my Krishna? Where have I come?" Where have I come? I don't know what that means. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dreamed of the rasa dance, he was fully